Hi, this is Dan Sullivan. I'd like to welcome you to the Multiplier Mindset Podcast. Today's game changer transformation is Allison Hawkins, who has an accounting firm in Windsor, Ontario, which is just across the Detroit River from Detroit, Michigan. You know, the professions like accounting, legal profession, the medical professions, architecture, engineering, these are kind of professions that have been in the making for hundreds and hundreds of years. And one thing that I often notice that's the biggest obstacle to someone, let's just say the profession that Allison is in, accounting, is they think in terms of their profession. They don't think of themselves as entrepreneurs. And you can see that when they hit coach. In other words, they come into coach, and I said, you know, the way your profession has taught you to approach your work is that customers will come to you, you know, because you're a profession and you put your nameplate out. I'm a PCA, or the various terms that are used in different countries. I don't have to sell, I don't have to market because I'm a profession. I've gone through all this training and, you know, I know the tax code and I know all the rules and regulations. But in the 21st century, there are software programs that can replace you. A lot of what you do, people can buy Quicken and they can do a lot of the work that accountants used to get paid for. So Allison has really keyed into this, that her job is to really make her clients and customers confident about their future. She does that, first of all, by giving them confidence about the past they have, which means that they have really great records, everything's up to date, they're not liable, there's nothing risky about their relationship to the government, to the tax code. So that's all part of her business, but it's not about the past. And what she has to have is a team in place that handles everything that takes care of the past up to the present. And her job as an accountant is to be an entrepreneur, namely to go out into the marketplace, find out what people's problems are, what's keeping them awake at night, what's making them worried about their business and their personal lives. And then her job is to be a coach to help them think about the future and think about new things they have to do. And you can only do that as an accountant, first of all, as you recognize that you're an entrepreneur. Entrepreneurs are individuals who take resources from a lower level of productivity to a higher level of productivity. And the only way you can convincingly sell yourself to your customers or clients that you can help them do that, take their resources from a lower level of productivity to a higher level of productivity, is by, first of all, doing it for yourself in terms of your accounting business, and to not think of yourself as a professional, but to think of yourself as an entrepreneur who has a specialty in accounting. But the big emphasis here is on entrepreneur, not accounting. So there's millions of different kinds of entrepreneurs in the world, but what's important is that they're entrepreneurs and they have an area of specialized knowledge that customers and clients don't have. But it's all about you as an entrepreneur helping other people expand their future. So Allison is just reporting in our interview with her that she, first of all, had to get her own act together before she could help other customers and clients get their act together. And she had to expand her future before she could actually be in a position to help her customers and clients expand their future.
So my name is Allison Hawkins, and I've been with Coach for 3 years. This is the beginning of my third year. And I run a business that helps business owners own their numbers by using web-based technology to enable real-time financial data that gives them insights to make better business decisions, as well as streamlining processes and then freeing up some time for them to actually run their business instead of work in their business. It's funny because when I went to for school, I mean, I'm a registered CPA. It's not entrepreneurial by its nature at all. But prior to that, growing up, I had all of these businesses. I was always creating a new business. So I had a boat cleaning business called Ship Shape, and I had a jewelry making business called Allison's Originals when I was like a teenager. And I think it took me a while to come back to that, and Coach has very much helped me embrace that again. And I feel like I was lost for a while before I found Coach, because I felt like I had to fit in the box of what an accountant was supposed to be. And Coach has helped me to step out of that, really, to blow it up, actually. Prior to Coach, I was actually terrified of public speaking. I mean, to the point where I would have worn a turtleneck. I would have avoided it at all costs. I thought back to, my speeches in grade school and how traumatic that was. And I think as you get very clear on what you want to achieve and what you want to provide to people and the value that you bring, then the public speaking doesn't become an issue, because you really have something you feel that you want to share. So that on a personal level has been huge. In addition to that, just letting go of a lot of things that I felt that I was supposed to be doing from a business perspective, whether it was the actual, nitty gritty of the accounting or parts of running the business that I was actually having to do it. And my team has really stepped up for that as well. I give them such credit. And my partner has been fantastic, because the further I get into this journey, the more they see that if they can get me into my unique ability, things transform in our business. And so they're constantly taking things from me now that don't fit with that unique ability. I think if I asked my team, they would say that Coach has been so transformative for them as well. Even though they're not here with me on a day-to-day basis, it informs a lot of the decisions or the big projects that we take on within our business, and it holds all of us accountable, and they're learning to hold me accountable for it as well. And in terms of growth for our business, really the sky's the limit. It's a question of what are your priorities personally, like how much time do you want to spend doing one thing versus another, and where do you want to go with it?
So for any entrepreneur out there who wants to use Allison as a role model here, there's a very, very fast thinking process that you can master in about 15 minutes. And you can access this simply by going to abcmodel.coach.